Hello YouTube, HBZeta here today, and yes, I haven't done one of these in quite some time, mainly just due to the fact that there really hasn't been anything interesting coming up, and I don't like coming to do talk here, Sunday talk here, without something that's at least half decent. So what I'm going to do today is the same as always. I'm going to answer a tag response quickly, and then I'm going to go and show you what my pickups are and maybe talk about something afterwards. I'm still not quite sure. It depends on how much time we have. So, first things first, tag. 5 gaming related things you might not know about me. Some of these are going to be a bit personal because that's probably the only ones that I don't share on the internet normally. So we'll start off with one of the easiest things. When I play games and I get confronted with a choice between a male or female character, I almost always choose a female character. The reason for that is actually because I enjoy playing with them. I'm a male, and doing something different in a game is actually quite, uplifting for me when I play a game. So I always more or less lean towards the female side of things. So that's the first one. The second one is the second thing is with Final Fantasy. We all know Final Fantasy. I think they're now at like 14 or something of the sort. 15 is coming out quite soon. Basically, to me, everything from Final Fantasy 10 onwards doesn't exist. It's not Final Fantasy anymore. They removed everything that made it Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 10 is still like a middle ground. And the best Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy 9. I know I'm probably going to lose a lot of subscribers. A lot of people are going to shout me for not choosing 7. But here's the thing. Gameplay wise, 7 is fantastic. It has more things you can do than 9. It probably has a slightly better plot than 9, but 9 is more entertaining to play. I enjoy the storyline a lot more. I identify with the characters a lot more. So for me, between those 3, 6, 7, 8, and 7, 8, and 9, the best Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy 9 by a country mile. I just identify with the characters better. I love the storyline. I love the epicness of seeing entire cities destroyed. I like the fact that it's fantasy more than science fiction. Yes, I know but that's just the way I am. And the fact that it still has a world map, it still has chocobos, that makes it a Final Fantasy. And seeing as they removed all of that from further editions, that's why after saying nothing exists to me. Sorry, Squaresoft. Or Square Enix, whatever you want to call yourself these days. So that's 2 questions now. The third question is, the third thing is, the first game that I've ever actually played on PC was Outrun. And we went to my uncle's house and he had Outrun there and we played it. We copied that floppy and took it home, and I was playing ever since. That's 3 down. Number 4 is, I hardly ever finish games, to be honest. When I play a game, I'll play it like 2/3 finished, and then I don't want to see the ending. I don't want it to stop, so I kind of procrastinate and stop playing the game eventually, 2/3 of the way through. There are some exceptions. The Final Fantasy games, I finished all of them. Fable, I finished all of those. Point-and-click adventure games, finished all of those. But there are some games I just don't want to finish because I don't want the experience to stop. So I get about 2/3 of the way through and I kind of procrastinate and stop playing. It's sinful, I know, because I don't know the endings of most of the games I like. But that's just the way I am. And the final thing is, a lot of you probably noticed that platforming, I'm not that great at platforming. And the reason for that is, as a kid, don't know the English term for this, I've got spiertoornis. Basically my muscles and muscle memory was underdeveloped, and they had to work with me, and I'll never have absolutely perfect reflexes needed to play those games. Games like Guitar Hero and music rhythm games, I can't play them at all because I just don't have that hand-eye coordination to do it. Platforming is difficult, but I can do first-person shooters because it's twitchy sort of things, and I think those pretty good. That's a bit personal of me, and that's something that I haven't shared on YouTube yet, so that's probably the only other one I could think of. That's why I'm saying this. Yeah, so that's 5 gaming things you didn't know about me. And moving right along, basically on the thrift side of things, it's been terrible. Nothing major has popped up. I did get 1 or 2 gems this month, the biggest being I got 2 computers for 150 Rand each from the charity shop just down the road from me. And basically that's 300 Rand, and one was a Pentium 4, the 478 socket, the other one is a 775 socket. And both of those I'm going to convert to retro computers. I've already converted the 478, cleaned it out, everything, and it's fast. It puts the SSD to shame. You switch the computer on and it just starts Windows ME. I've never seen something that fast, and it's a great little system. I've always kind of put off the Pentium 4s because I'm not quite retro. I'd rather have a Pentium 3, 2, or 1, or 486 or 386 and back, but I needed something with a bit more grunt because it's 1 or 2 games that I want to play on Windows ME because that's the only way you can play them that needs a lot of grunt, and this computer is going to deliver that in spades. Who knows, I might actually show some pictures at the end of this of how the computer looks. We'll talk about it, but we first have to move right along to pickups for this month, and like I said, it's been sparse. There hasn't been amazing stuff out there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut it because I know my cell phone is going to say that I've been talking too long, and then I'm going to continue with the pickups. So yes, I found 2 of those computers, and as a result I think there was a lot of games that was available there that I don't normally see that there, and I did pick up a few of those. Because I'm sure they belong to the computers that was here. One of the computers, the Socket 478, was loaded with demo games. Demos and shareware. It had a 120 gig hard drive. I think it had like 40 gigabyte left. Everything else was games. The problem being that all of it was shareware, and the stuff that was full versions all needed the disk, so I still formatted the computer. And the fact that it was running XP, which is not something that I wanted to use for this project. Nonetheless. So, on that same day, this is what I took home with me. Okay, I'm going to keep the better stuff for last. The first thing I found there was the Stargate movie, Stargate Ark of Truth. I don't know if anyone actually follows the Stargate series, but the Ark of Truth was one of the better movies because it wrapped up the entire series. So if you love the series, you need to watch that. If you don't, the series doesn't make much sense because it just ended. Okay, now on to the games that I found there. These are actually from between 2 thrift shops that's here in my area, but not all from the same place. But the first thing I saw was Sierra's Majestic Chess. I just want to hide the serial number there a little bit. That there. Okay, and it's pretty good. It's not one of the best chess games out there, but I'll say it's better than most. The engine, I think, is better than the new Chessmaster series because that engine just sucks. Nonetheless, moving on to the pet sort of games, I've got Cats 2 that completes the Pets 2 collection. So it's Cats 2, Dogs 2, and Creatures 2, and that basically is all of the virtual pets games in the number 2. I think they had like 4 different ones eventually. I had number 3 and then number 4, and then they stopped making them. Something I got because I'm really getting now back into my Scum VM stuff. Point to click adventures only for Scum VM and things, and I think this is compatible. It's Bruce Cavales. My teacher is an alien. That's a kid's game, but it still looks kind of cool. Might put that on and test it out. I got a copy of 3D Missile Madness. I don't think this is going to be any good. It's one of these Keystone stuff that you just get the disc, everyone sells them. But $5, that's why I picked it up. Speak German 1 and 2 by Proline, and this is a Proline add-on pack that I got given with the Proline computers. I just got it out of curiosity, and also, well, if I can learn German out of it, why not? Ground Control 2, I just need to go with the serial number there. Looks pretty cool. Okay, I can remember the first Ground Control coming out, and it was a revolutionary game. It was one of the first 3D real-time strategy games, and you could actually take control of the units or something like that, if I remember correctly. I can't remember, but I can remember it was pretty sought after and pretty good at the time, so I'll give that a play. Now, to complete my Red Alert collection, Red Alert 2, I now have all of the Red Alerts, and it's actually pretty cool. The thing is, after Westwood went down and EA bought the rights to Command & Conquer, the games really started sucking. And I still play Red Alert 1 and 2 often. I like Red Alert 1 more than Red Alert 2. I've got great memories growing up playing that over LAN with my uncle and my father. Great game. And many years later, of course, I learned that they weren't playing so much as me as just building so I can eventually defeat them. So, really awesome game. Then I finally found something retro there, and that is Even More Incredible Machines. Okay, the Even More Incredible Machines, sorry. It's Tim, it's the second edition of Tim. The thing is, I never had this one growing up. Growing up, I had just the original Tim. At school we had version 3 in the library. And that's all I can remember basically of that. But still, awesome game. I'm glad to have it in my collection. This is still DOS based, so it's a great game to have. And I love the game. For those of you that haven't played Tim, it's basically you build contraptions to do silly things like throw a basketball into a hoop, or set a mouse free out of a mouse trap, or things like that. But you have to do these sort of something other machines that you have to build. Nonetheless, it's just a great amount of fun. If you have spare time, play Tim. It's a great game. Then I went to all of the second-hand shops in Villa Park again. I normally go there, and there was one great phone that I found there. Oops, just dropped it. But yes. Oh, by the way, all of the games I just showed, they were all 5 Rand, so 50 US cents, less than that. I picked up a copy of Assassin's Creed for the DS for 25 Rand. I got it because it was cheap. I don't normally like the Assassin's Creed games, but seeing as these aren't the same as the PC version, it's actually a completely different game. It's more platform orientated. I might actually enjoy this one. I can hear a baby crying next door. That doesn't pick up on the videos. Then two PS2 games for 25 Rand each, and both of these are classics, but seeing as it's finally at an affordable price for them, I decided to pick it up. The first one is Black. If you haven't played Black, this is the precursor to every modern FPS you're playing now at the moment. Precursor to Call of Duty, to Battlefield, all of the single players in that. This game started that sort of gameplay. Well, yeah, I'll say modern FPSs. Then I got a copy of Resident Evil Outbreak File 2. I still need to get File 1. Apparently this is actually a pretty darn good game. And it's set in a Resident Evil universe between all the different Resident Evils and things. I really like Resident Evil. It's a good series. And the final thing that I got here, I think this is actually bootleg, but I picked up Wolf's Rain anime series. And it has all of the discs in there, nice box art and things. I've got a few of these sleeved animes, and I think they're actually part of it. They're not original. The quality is always very good, so I can't really let it down because tell it down because the quality is actually quite good in the game. So that's pretty cool. Then yesterday, before yesterday, I finally went back to the same charity shop. I found all the other games and went through to look for stuff. Everything has gone, the other computers that are there, everything has been taken, so there's none more that left there. and I found two things that interested me. The first one was Broken Sword 2. Like I said, I'm getting back into Scum games. This is one of the modern ones. They probably already run Scum VM because a lot of them do, but it should still be playable. Like I should be able to extract the files and things and get it to work, which is awesome. I would love to get Broken Sword 1 as well and finally finish that. And Woodfast TV capture card. And this is the Woodfast 2000 XP, and the reason why I got this is actually because one of the machines I picked up at the thrift shop actually had a TV capture card. It is a Woodfast. It's also a TV 2000, but it's not the XP. It's the one just before that, and it didn't have the AV cables and things. So I thought, okay, I'll pick this up for 50 Rand. And basically that was 50 Rand. That's like $3 or whatever, and I'm going to stick this into one of the computers. It has AV inputs, and I'll probably use something interesting for it, either streaming the webcams or security cameras, or be doing something interesting. But the other thing that I noticed here that I really do like is that it comes with Video Studio 7 SE, which I won't use because I've got something better. DVD Movie Factory 3 SE, won't use it, got something better. And something that I thought that I'll never see again, and that's ULEAD Cool 3D. And for those of you that haven't played with it, that's the easiest program to convert a flat image into a 3D image. Basically it traces it out, and you can set the depth of things, and you can animate it. I used to use that a lot as a kid. I used to play around a lot with it, and I'm going to try and use it out today with some of the logos and things, because I really do like that application. It's kind of cool. And then that's all my pickups. As you can see, there's nothing really major there. The only thing I almost forgot is one of the charity shops that I went to. I never go through the cassette tapes, but this time I decided to go through the cassette tapes, and I actually found something, because you never find anything in the cassette tape stuff for old computers and things, and that's this. And that's Gyropod for the Commodore 64. 2 Rand. So first time ever that I found a Commodore 64 game for 2 Rand. I'm not going to say no to that, and I've got no idea if this is good or not. Might actually be. Still, I'll give that a go and see how it plays. Hopefully it still works. Hopefully the tape hasn't degraded or anything like that. But 2 Rand, that's not bad. And yeah, that's all for today. That brings me to the end of my video, and this is normally a part where I talk about what's going to happen, and the problem is I can't this time around. Something big is about to happen next weekend. Can't say a thing about it until it happens. So maybe you just have to wait and see. Anyhow, I'm going to probably stick in a slideshow of the computer that I bought, and the modifications I've done to it. Might even put a video on how quick it boots, because it's just cool. And until next time, it's me, HB Zeta, signing off. Bye.